Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the BESAM number 1018931 SW200i IG triangular shaft. So I know what the SW200 IG model is. It's basically automatic door operators that are in the ground, so that's pretty cool. I happen to be involved in supplying material to a museum in Houston, early 2020, and I happen to know supplying some hardware for doors, and I happen to know the client is using this material and doing research on the in-ground operators. I don't believe anyone else makes an equivalent to the IG SW200i. It's a very beautiful system. The client has asked me to involve myself in reviewing some of the procedures to install the material and how it relates to the otherwise mechanical hardware that we deal with, and in particular the arm that the door sits onto, or I should say the door and its arm, and how that arm would fit onto the shaft, the 1018931, with the SW200i IG. So this is what they call the output shaft. Okay, this is a 7/8 shaft, and as far as I can see, this is to be used with the Rixson L27 bottom arm. They at least have it listed as an L27 arm, and that's what I see, that it's listed as an L27 arm. The problem is I don't see the 1018931 part number listed anywhere. I see triangular shafts for the half-inch threshold application that this is used for the L27 arm, but I don't see where they're using this 1018931 part number. So, in absence of some real direct paperwork, let's take some dimensional properties of the item. So, some dimensional properties. Don't open the caliper up quite ever this far. Oh, it's not going to make it. Well, that's a shame. Well, it's very close to the valley of the gear. We're at 4.32 inch. So I'm going to say another, few thousandths of an inch, 4.3, 4.4 inch maybe overall length. The tape measure is really not going to be accurate enough for that. So about 4 point, I'm sorry, I said 4.4. I meant to say it's 4.032 on my caliper, so maybe about 4.04. So about 4 1/16 is what I'm driving at. Maybe a little bit heavy on that. The caliper will work for us on the rest of these dimensions. The diameter of the body at the base, 1.178. Diameter here, 0.099. Now they say that this is a 7/8 output shaft, and that's really going to be a dimension across the maximum width of the shaft, is probably where they're getting 7/8 from, because it's 0.8, 0.87, right in that range. And this shape is really going to be used for that Rixson L27. That's what it's for. An incredibly heavy-duty arm. That L27 is meant for exceptionally heavy doors. They have it rated as a 700-pound application, the shaft, the L27 arm, and the floor closer, and meaning the in-ground operator. But I'm pretty sure that L27 would, the Rixson closer itself, meaning the arm, would handle a heavier door than that. It's going to include this trim plate. It's going to include, of course, your long hex bolt to get down through the shaft into the spindle of the body. Your L27 arm is going to fit on here, and that is going to have a set screw in the side of it. And at that point, your installation is complete. Overall length of the bolt, about 4 11/16. I'm sure that must be, I'm not sure, but I imagine it's a metric thread that's there. but I can tell you at least the outside diameter. 0.389. 0.389 outside diameter. Okay. Length of the threaded portion alone, it's about 1 1/4 inch, 1 5/16. That trim washer, about 2-inch outside diameter. Now let's switch to the screen view where we can take a look at some supporting documentation. Okay, as we move through this video, this is the item that we're looking at, and there is some supporting documentation down below. And the first, the document that's here is this drawing number 1010932, which shows our 7/8 diameter triangular output adapter and the arm it goes with. From what I can gather, this is intended for, based on the label, that it's intended for a 1/2-inch threshold application. I just don't understand why they have a different part number here, and what I mean is I don't know why they do. But this drawing is very helpful because it will give you an overview of what this looks like. You know, one heck of a structure of hardware that goes below these doors, though, that's to be sure. Watertight, GFI protected. Just absolutely beautiful. Anchoring cement, obviously. I suppose it's not, other than running power to it, it would be installing just a much larger floor closer, like a Rixson L27 floor closer. So this document is listed there. Now, on the manufacturer's page that you can see here, when you fire that up, you're going to see SW200i IG installation manual, and that's indeed here. And you'll be able to pull up the SW200i IG installation and service manual, where you can do an absolutely deep dive into this product. So it's listed on the manufacturer's page, you know, for your further edification. You know, in the project that I'm involved in a peripheral sense to these SW200i IGs, I definitely want to know what's happening on that opening as it pertains to, you know, as it pertains to the other pieces of hardware that are going to be stuffed, you know, into this door opening. You know, it would be a very good idea to be aware of what else is happening. So, you know, you can see a cross-section of the output shaft. I don't know if this is the L27. We would have to just look up the 109.408. No, page 25. 109.408. Yeah, I don't see that part number listed. Back to page 8. Get an idea of what that looks like. That part 6 is that dress cap that you have, escutcheon. That's a center hung arm. So the question is, I don't know what arm they're showing here. 3. Yeah, anyway, without stopping to look it up. There's a nice photograph of it, or image of it, a drawing shown of it in cross section. So the point being is lots of detail here to dive into, because, and where I skipped to earlier was page 25, shows the derivatives of your application. Arm shaft will then tell you, I guess what you would say is, what arm am I using, and then backtrack that to your your shaft, your kit number. Well, that's probably what it is. I guess maybe we've just solved it. The 1018931 is the arm shaft, or the output shaft, and maybe as a kit number, when you order the kit, you're going to get the output shaft and the arm. So maybe this part number is this plus this. Very likely. In fact, that's probably what it is, would be my guess. they're just not giving us the individual part number here, even though they apparently are for the Rixon item. And you can pull that off of the Rixon catalog. So they're obviously working with Rixon. BESAM is ASSA ABLOY. Rixon is ASSA ABLOY, so they are sister companies in that regard. Anyway, really great information that we can see here. Yeah. Okay, so back to the manufacturer's page here. And this page is indeed the repository of where we, list and detail service manuals, wiring diagrams, things of that nature. So not only all the BESAM products we sell, but those aforementioned encyclopedic references, and then a link to the manufacturer's website as well. Let's finish up this video on camera. Okay, in conclusion, the name BESAM is quite synonymous with all things automatic door hardware operators related. A fun fact, a fun stat actually, a couple years ago when I was in ADAM certification class, the statistic was given that there are 50 billion cycles of automatic doors on the planet every year on an annual basis. And the number of people that are ADAM certified, AAADM, and code does not require ADAM certification to maintain automatic doors. The annual inspection of them, however, is a requirement by code, most code, assuming it's adopted in your area. That number of people is just several hundred. It's just it's very interesting. Automatic doors are really cool. Power operated doors, operating doors with power to make life better for everyone. Obviously, for many different types of reasons, whether it be low energy operators to provide handicap compliance or just making life more convenient by, I need a door, but I need it out of the way now because I'm coming through it, and then I need a door. Anyway, any questions on the BESAM 101-8931-78's output shaft, triangular output shaft for the L27 Rixon arm or any other BESAM product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.